hitting so many breaks. It's so satisfying. She is pissed. Oh, Jesus.
So this is my first time streaming on YouTube. I usually stream on Twitch and sometimes TikTok actually. And I wanted to stream the Interstellar 2 demo that I've been playing this week. I've been really liking it, and I'm usually not into scoring in shmups. Usually I'm trying to get like, 1cc's that you would probably consider survival runs. But with Interstellar Sentinel 2, at least the demo, I started to really get interested in the scoring system because it seems really interesting. So when you boot up the demo, you end up in this kind of tutorial screen that you would normally see in a shmup or a game, but it's kind of like a live version of the game where it's telling you how to do your regular shot, rapid shot, hold down your fire button to let go of missiles, and then your secondary shot, you can let that go and you get homing missiles, and it teaches you how to use your super, which basically clears enemies and bullets on the screen and turns them into all kinds of fun bonus points, stars, and fun explosions. One of the things I like about the look of this game is that it kind of looks as close to a crazy Crimson Clover explosion that I've seen, at least in a horizontal shmup or a Yoko shmup, and I really appreciate that. So I basically start off here. Since everything's full, I let the screen fill up with stuff, start off with a super, right? So now you can see my chain is still at 100 and I'm maintaining it. My score is already in the millions, and I'm waiting for my super to reload, because as soon as I do that, I'm going to do the same thing again. Boom. Look at all the stars, and I'm just going to keep doing that. You can see my score keeps going up to the millions and the millions and the millions every time I do that. And then once I get past a certain point here, my multiplier will change to 200. And actually, I messed up the timing there. You're supposed to delay a little bit there to keep the chain going. And that's the other trick to this demo. Certain areas here, you're supposed to delay so that the chain does not stop. And so that the next enemy on screen shows up and you still have something on screen. Like right here, if you do things too fast, you won't be able to hit this guy to keep your chain going. See, I was able to do that right there. And I'm not doing a great job right now at reloading my super weapon, which is usually done by hitting things with your charged up missiles. All right, so this is not a great run to show. So now my multiplier is up to 50, and if I'm able to get one more off, all right, so I'm rusty from last night, but you get the idea. So essentially, if you do the timing right, from the beginning to this section right here, you could essentially have a chain up to 300 multiplier all the way through. And last night, I've had scores up to 100 million before getting to the boss. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do right now.
Interstellar Sentinel.
And so remember, this demo went live earlier this week. It's available free as a part of Steam Next Fest. And out of all the demos that I've downloaded and played, this one has been my favorite. I've already sunk 6 hours into this, trying to get the highest score possible. So super weapon not loaded, multiplier's up only to 50, but I should be able to kind of correct that pretty quickly here with the first
Sounds like an overflowing
groups of enemies.
box.
I just might not be able to hit some of those super changes, because by this point right here, I've already hit my super weapon like 3 times. And that's the thing, you can really chain things together, and in order to do some of those super chains, by the time you're getting to the boss, you've already super weaponed like, I don't know, 6, 7, maybe 10 times I haven't counted. But right now I'm up to 100, and I'm just trying to keep my going. Like I said, I'm trying not to talk too much. So I'm going to leave some stuff on. Now I'm up to 200. I got to reload my super weapon. I put in a little bit of a delay there by not attacking some things, so I can keep it going. Super weapon's ready. Now as soon as I get a screen full of stuff, I'm going to hit it. Now look at my score. I'm up to 30 million already, right? I'm going to leave something on screen. All right, maybe that wasn't enough. Yeah, it was probably enough. This guy's here. Now my multiplier is still at 200. I got to fill up my super weapon again, get a screen full of stuff. I'm up to 30 million. Actually, I will wait till I get past the vortex, because then the screen really starts. Here we go. I'll get something going here. Sometimes I get killed here. All right, there we go. Check that out. 80, 90, 96 million. Look at that. And I died, so I screwed things up. But honestly, 96 million is not bad. My highest score so far is like 125 million. Because after now you get to the boss encounter. From here to the next section, the opportunities for multipliers is pretty much low, at least according to what I've seen so far. And you don't really get a lot of scoring opportunities here. You get a little bit, but not too much. And this is such a cool sequence. It's multi-phase. Artwork is amazing. I love it. I'm gonna hit that because that's about all I've figured out how to do with chaining here. I'm sure there's something else, but I have not dug into the rest of this just yet. I've been trying to figure out ways to bring more super weapon explosions into the boss fight, but I just haven't been able to figure it out. So this is a cool sequence. You want to get your homing missiles down, maybe some of the straight missiles too from the regular shot. They're really powerful, and they kind of make this boss encounter go fairly quickly. And then this part she splits in half, which is awesome looking. I really like the clean bullet design. And then now you have an opportunity here with like the debris to kind of build up your chain or build it back up. So you can see I'm building it up a little bit more. And then once you get back to the top here, you can start to continue more chains. So you notice I went into that with 96 million, I'm only up to 97 million. However, you keep the chain going with some of these enemies. I got the super weapon ready, so now I'm going to clear. Now my multiplier is going to start to go up higher. Now if I can pull this off without dying, that's the whole thing too. If you, as long as you don't die, your chaining will be more powerful. Once you die, it resets everything. You have to start all over again. And then you get behind with the enemies, which happens really quickly. You get overwhelmed. So I'm going to clear again. My multiplier is up to 140. There's no shortage of enemies on the screen to keep me going. But this is where it starts to get a little bit more difficult. It starts to get a little bit more crowded. I need to build my super weapon bar back up here quickly so that I can use it again. My multiplier is at 200. Here we go. I'm going to clear. And like I said, I might not be optimizing my clears. I'm just using them as soon as I get them for fear of dying, like I just did right there. And then I go back all the way. And now I have a pretty respectable score in 111 million. And so a lot of times what I'll do is with 2 lives left here between now and the end of the sequence of the demo, I'm just trying to survive. But, and it's hard sometimes because I do feel like I'm behind now. But if your multiplier was still going, there's a decent amount of opportunity to continue chaining throughout here because there's so many enemies on the screen. And it does get a little hectic. Some of these enemy types are a little bit crazy. They have like homing shots. Yeah, I'm dead. So I ended that run with 111 million, which is not too shabby, but not my best. So you can see my best was 145 million. And that was with really optimized chaining. And once I hit 145, I'm like, you know, if I do this right, I might be able to do 200 million. So I don't know. It's possible. And the other thing I would say is, as far as demo goes, right? Because of all this kind of layering of scoring, little hidden secrets, I mean, talk about getting me hyped for a game. Now I just want to like see the rest of the game and really work at scoring for the rest of it. See if there's any other surprises, any other hidden secrets. You know, I'm ready. This is a day one purchase, so job well done on this demo because it sells me. I mean, I was already sold. I played the first game and I was always interested in playing the sequel, but I'm totally in. So it's like, so for me, I'm just like, can I break 200 million now? And I'll just keep going through it until I can basically perform essentially a perfectly timed sequence and then survive to the end of the full demo to make it like fully efficient. But even if I don't get there, I'll be putting lots of effort into the full game itself. And again, I am not one for shmup scoring. But that might be something to be said for this particular game, where this might be a good entry point for people who have not gotten into scoring and kind of are interested in that. It might be a good starting point for chaining. You know, and the way the game presents it, the graphics, the explosions, it feels very rewarding. And so, you know, that's what I would look for in this game release. I wanted to stream a little bit and get some practice in, but I kind of was interested in making this a live video, as an informative video of this awesome demo. A great addition to the overall global shmup library. We can't wait for it to come out. I think it's August or September. And then I will be playing this demo for as long as possible, and I'll be streaming it also in the future here on YouTube and also on Twitch and TikTok. So thanks for watching.